With health updates and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Giving his thoughts on the WWE Unreal show, CM Punk told the Progressive podcast, "It's that my entire existence in my profession, professional wrestling, you're taught and you're brought up, and if you're old school, you protect the business. It's always been that way. I feel like since the 20s or 30s, everybody knew wrestling was predetermined. They talk about how they didn't know, and they talk about, in the 80s, we just kind of blew it wide open, and now we're exposing the business and this and this and that. I think if you're living under a rock, you don't know. But most people do know. I think what this show is going to do is just show us kind of backstage in our environment, interacting with each other. And that's really for the fans. You see it all the time with football shows like Hard Knocks. Like, that's a big one. You're in the room. You're seeing the special teams. You're seeing the X's and the O's. You're seeing the relationships between the coaches and the players and their families and all that. And that's sort of what we're doing. We're following suit in a way. It's just really strange for me, at least, because I've always been taught you protect the business. You don't let the insiders in on all the inside information. It goes against everything I think that was instilled in me when I first started. And to be fair, I'm just an uncomfortable person. I think we watched the trailer right before we came in here, and I could feel my face. I'm bright red, I'm sweating, and I'm just like, oh geez, oh boy. Okay, alright, here it comes. I was never sure when they were filming, what they were filming, who's mic'd up. You could probably make a really good blooper reel of me looking directly down the lens of the camera going, "What are you doing? Get out of my face. Don't film this." Staying on the topic of WWE Unreal, Rhea Ripley was asked if she shares CM Punk's concerns regarding the show, noting on that same podcast, it's an always growing sort of business. I feel like WWE, they're always trying new things in bits and pieces to make it different and make it grow. And this is just one of the next steps. Do I think that everything should be shown? No. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm very intrigued to see. What would you like to know? I can help you. Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what's on there. It was really strange while having the camera crew around as well, because you're so used to all of this being top secret and hidden, and you didn't know how to really react to things sometimes. Some of the questions were just it was just wild to me, but at the same time it is a growing business, and people are now noticing how the business works, and they see us together at airports. They see us together if we go out, so they know that behind the scenes we do talk to each other. We do hang out. We are a family. But now it's you're seeing us in the workplace doing that. Confirming that THEKLA is now signed to AEW, president of the company, Tony Khan, wrote this on X. Due to her attack on President Okada, plus her termination for cause from We Are Stardom after her debut June 4th at Fyter Fest AEW Collision, I placed THEKLA on a 45-day probation period before validating her contract. Her probation ended today. THEKLA is all elite. Going over a report by Joe Lowry on WrestleVotes claiming he had a sixth child, Roman Reigns responded to this in a video saying, "They trying to say I was trying to catch up to Jacob Fatu? I'm 5 and done. I've done my job. I've procreated. No more damn kids." They ask me, "How's vacation?" I say, "There's no vacation. There was school till June and then tutoring. Don't feel bad for me. Don't ever feel bad for me." Providing an update on the sex trafficking lawsuit against Vince McMahon and WWE, Ringside News wrote that Janelle Grant just scored a major legal victory against Vince McMahon's longtime doctor, Dr. Carlin Colker, and his company Peak Wellness. A Connecticut Superior Court judge has officially ordered both Colker and his clinic to turn over critical evidence, including medical records and internal communications, tied to Grant's ongoing federal case against McMahon and WWE. Grant originally sued Colker and Peak Wellness after claiming they refused to provide medical records needed for her federal lawsuit, despite multiple requests made by her legal team in spring 2024. Colker argued that those records were handed over the same day her suit was filed, but Judge Colleen Zingaro wasn't convinced. In a court order issued June 27th and filed July 8th, Zingaro made it crystal clear. The parties are ordered to submit proposed scheduling orders for interrogatories and objections thereto, request for production and objections thereto, and deposition notices and objections thereto, pursuant to Court Order 11601. The really means discovery is officially on, and it could open the door to documents that Grant's legal team says are essential. Grant is demanding the following from Colker and Peak Wellness: her full electronic medical records, including metadata, details of Colker's billing practices and payment arrangements with McMahon or WWE, notes on the purpose and content of her prescribed treatments, internal communications between Colker and McMahon related to her care, and documentation about Colker's alleged role in connecting her with an attorney to negotiate the non-disclosure agreement with McMahon. In her lawsuit, Grant also accused a Peak Wellness employee of taking part in a sex act with her and McMahon on company property, an encounter that reportedly ended with McMahon defecating on her. That employee is no longer with the company, according to filings by the defense. Colker and his clinic were named repeatedly in Grant's initial federal complaint and a later amended version. Despite McMahon and WWE pushing to move the case to arbitration, Grant is fighting back, arguing that the NDA's arbitration clause is illegal under federal employment laws tied to sexual harassment and assault. For now, McMahon's camp wants the court to view the NDA as valid since it was signed post-employment, but Grant's team says that doesn't matter when sex trafficking and abuse are involved. With discovery now in motion, Colker and Peak Wellness will have to answer questions they've been dodging, and what they reveal could directly affect the outcome of the paused federal case. Revealing that doctors want him to amputate his ankle, former WWE star Marty Jannetty said this on his YouTube channel: "I've been fighting the sepsis crap for I don't know how long now, 3 years. They had told me the first time one of the options for my ankle, because that sepsis got all in it, was to amputate, and I was like, no, we're not doing that, and we fought and fought and fought and fought. Then recently it flared up again, and they told me again, if you get amputated you won't be going through this for years, but I can't." Addressing the possibility of a match against Brock Lesnar in WWE, former UFC champion Daniel Cormier told Demetrius Johnson on the MightyCast, "Brock is on the banned list right now. Brock got into so much trouble. I ain't telling you on air what Brock did. Brock is in so much trouble." Cormier also recalled his previous call-out of Lesnar at UFC 226, as a fight between the two never materialized. "Brock played us. Brock came with the idea. WWE paid him more to stay. He was such a big star there that he could make money to go do that and do nothing but suplex or fight me in an octagon, and I'm going to try and kill him. He made the best choice." Talking about Kevin Owens and his recent procedure, Ringside News wrote that Kevin Owens has officially taken the first step in his recovery, under the knife. After weeks of uncertainty surrounding his spinal cord injury, former WWE Universal Champion finally underwent neck surgery on July 18th. The operation was reportedly a success, marking a major moment in Owens' road back after being forced to miss WrestleMania 41. Those within WWE knew this would be a long haul. Sources via Fightful Select said that Owens was always expected to miss not just one but two WrestleManias due to the severity of his condition. One WWE source noted, 1 year is the likely minimum for an injury of this kind, but the reality is that they're going to see how Kevin Owens heals and what he's comfortable with as time progresses. Before surgery, things looked bleak. Owens had been battling serious spinal cord symptoms, neck pain, numbness in his arms, and trouble with leg movement. That sent concern across the locker room. His surgery was delayed due to excessive swelling, and the entire ordeal left his return status hanging by a thread. Now, with the operation behind him, hope is back on the table, but the timeline remains tough. Typical recovery from neck surgery for wrestlers ranges from 13 to 15 months. Even then, nothing is guaranteed. A photo of Seth Rollins on crutches has caused many fans to claim his injury is either legitimate or a work by WWE, as many comments were made on X. Clearly a work. Who said kayfabe was dead? I'm not believing anything till after SummerSlam, not gonna lie. Kayfabe is back. It's all a work, bro, trust me. He's gonna cash in on Cena versus Cody match. Seth is pretending. He will cash in on John Cena and Cody match. Mark my word. This brother lying. Method acting. Biggest work of the summer. Seth will leave the WWE SummerSlam as heavyweight champion. 100% a work. Hunter said he was going to Birmingham to see one of the best doctors and he couldn't figure it out because of swelling. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.